He goes and he looks at a stonecutter hammering away. Then he sees it's the 100th blow, and all of a sudden at the 100th blow, the stone cracks in two. But he knows that it wasn't the 100th blow, it was the 99 that came before that actually made that happen. But oftentimes, we've all seen probably the memes of the cartoon of the ice pick trying to get there, and then he's like so close to getting to the diamonds when he quits. So there's a poem by Jacob Riis that says something along the lines of, I'll paraphrase it, but when you think that your work isn't working, he goes and he looks at a stonecutter hammering away, and it isn't, then he sees it's the 100th blow, and all of a sudden at the 100th blow, the stone cracks in two. But he knows that it wasn't the 100th blow, it was the 99 that came before that actually made that happen. And I think it's just such a beautiful metaphor, because sometimes I hear people say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's like, yeah, and I do think that there's validity to that at some level. I like to ask people, how's your strategy working out for you? I try and not tell people what their priorities should be. I sometimes don't even tell them whether they shouldn't be doing a certain strategy. I ask them, how's that working out for you? And if you're frustrated and you don't think it's working out, then maybe we should try and change some stuff and work on our process and maybe refine it and get it a little bit better. But oftentimes, we've all seen probably the memes of the cartoon of the ice pick trying to get there, and then he's like so close to getting to the diamonds when he quits. And so I think that, Pound the Stone, I wrote somewhat as a follow-up to Chop Wood, Carry Water, because, like I said, it is very level one. It didn't deal with things like suicide. It didn't deal with that's like one of the dirty little secrets in sports. It's one of the dirty little secrets in Western culture of how many people are on antidepressants, how many people are taking their own life, how many people are disillusioned at even, Michael Phelps has talked about that he was kind of suicidal after winning all of his gold medals and retiring. We saw that happen with Ronda Rousey. Tom Brady said, is this it? There's this belief that if I climb the ladder, if I climb the mountain, that once I get to this certain level, then I will finally feel what I think I've been missing. But if we don't deal with things at a heart level, and this is, again, it goes back to why it's so important that the two things that I think matter at the end of the day are the impact we have on other people and our relationships and who we become in the process, because it's not about the winning and the losing. So it just went so much deeper. It's another fable, but it's dealing with heart posture. It's dealing with all this stuff that's just so much deeper than just Chop Wood, Carry Water alludes to identity, and you shouldn't have your identity wrapped up in what you do, but it doesn't really go deep with that. And Pound the Stone, we really went deep. Even there's a scene at the end where the character has a big shot at the end of the book, and we don't say what happened. We don't tell the audience whether he made it or he missed it. And I get emails every day. Did he make the shot? And it's like, look, I'm hammering this point home that you have to surrender the outcome, and it is not the outcome that matters. And that's very frustrating to people in Western culture that like bows on things, and they like things to be neat, and they don't like it to be messy. But it's like life is messy.